The divine code of reversal. Why everything is backwards on Earth. Welcome back to Ancient the Architect TV, where we do not just uncover lost wisdom, we decode the architecture of reality itself. Today's transmission is not just another episode. It's a mirror breaker, a lens cleaner, a spiritual detonation against the biggest hidden mechanism on this planet. It's time we ask the forbidden question: why is everything reversed on Earth? Why does truth sound like madness, while lies get printed in gold? Why does power turn into slavery, love into bondage, and wisdom into exile? Is this chaos, or is it design? Earth is a mirror that lies. Let's start where few dare to look. This world, this material realm, is not the source of reality. It is a reflected echo, an image, cast down through dimension, condensed through frequency, and shaped by choice. But like a mirror, what it reflects, it reverses. Not just left and right, but true and false. Up and down, light and shadow. Everything that was whole becomes broken, and everything sacred becomes subject to parody. But this is no accident. Earth is not just fallen, it is inverted. Not because of evil in the cartoon sense, but because consciousness, when collapsed, imitates what it cannot integrate. It builds forms without spirit, shells that resemble truth, but contain no living intelligence, structures without soul, and names without meaning. You are walking through a mirror world, where the real has been replaced with simulation. Inversion is a system, not a mistake. Listen closely now. This planet is not just confused, it's coded, inversely. The reversal is intelligent, systematic, ritualistic. Power becomes domination, love becomes need, wisdom becomes data, truth becomes conspiracy, joy becomes guilt, and worst of all, God becomes a tyrant. The Creator becomes feared, the Mother becomes erased, and spirit becomes locked in creeds and cages. This isn't dysfunction, it's architecture. It's anti-light wearing the robes of light. The mind is a mirror of the mirror. You think your thoughts are yours. Pause. What if most of your mind was built inside the inversion? Think about it. From the time you were born, you were taught to mistrust your intuition, disown your spiritual sovereignty, and submit to the false systems of value. You were told that value comes from obeying the world, not from embodying your divine identity. That worth is measured in numbers, not alignment. That success is image, not the embodiment of spiritual truth. And then we wonder why we feel fragmented, why we're addicted, anxious, envious, numb. Because the mind, when trained by reversal, becomes a double agent. It reflects shadows and calls them light. It chases gods that don't exist while forgetting the divine self within. Who engineered this? Let's be clear. We're not blaming a devil in a red costume. We're not scapegoating demons, rulers, or fallen beings. What we're pointing to is more profound and undeniable. Inversion emerges whenever consciousness falls into separation. In the ancient systems, they understood this. They called it the false architect, not a being, but a pattern, a counterfeit echo of divine structure. It copies the laws, but drains the spirit. It builds temples of control. It mimics light, but never burns with it. It feeds not on faith, but on forgetfulness. Because as long as you don't remember what's real, you'll keep bowing to what's false. Breaking the reversal. How to uninvert the world. Now we come to the core. The reversal isn't just something you observe, it's something you live inside, which means you can also walk out of it. Here's the real sacred path. Reclaim your language. Start noticing how words have been hijacked. Speak only from alignment. Reclaim power, light, truth, freedom. Say what is real, not what is rehearsed. Invert the inversion practice silence before reaction. Observe before naming. embody before broadcasting. Withdraw from the false image. You don't owe energy to systems that consume your soul. Stop feeding the inversion with your attention. Remember the uncorrupted core of your spiritual identity. Beneath your name, your history, your titles, there is something untouched by reversal. It is the living self, the original pattern. You don't fix the world by fighting shadows. You restore the code by burning as the truth within. You are not here to be swallowed by this inverted machine. You are here to reverse the reversal, not through rebellion, but through the conscious reintegration of your divine identity. You were never meant to imitate the world. You were meant to recreate it. The real power is not to rise in the system. It is to exit the mirror and stand, once again, as the conscious embodiment of your original divine pattern. This has been Ancient the Architect TV. Not for the masses, not for the faint-hearted, but for those who are done playing in illusions.